Hi, I'm Rick Faugno, and congratulations on 100 stories on musicalworld.tv. I'll be up next.
Musicalworld.tv is toe aan zijn 100ste reportage. Voor mijn tweede idool zijn wij neergestreken in Las Vegas. Naast mij zit iemand die ik al 1,5 jaar probeer te spreken. En vandaag, alsof het vanzelf ging, is het gelukt. De hoofdrolspeler van Jersey Boys, Rick Faugno.
Very nice. A good pronunciation.
Oh, well, I prepared. Rick.
Yes.
Valli has a typical way of singing.
Uh-huh.
Did you have to learn that way of singing from scratch?
Yeah. I come more from the Broadway world, from the legit singing, which is a very different thing, as you know, than rock and roll, pop rock and roll, which is what he does. And Frankie has a very unique way of singing. It's his own style, and I had to listen to him, hours and hours and hours, just to try to hear that that sound and get it in my body, and I practiced, and it really took a long time to get it to the point where I felt like I sounded something like Frankie Valli, but I also had sounded like me. So I'm not trying to do an impersonation. I'm trying to do, a mix of the two.
Walk, 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 walk. Frankie Valli has this special way of singing, but why is Frankie Valli not considered a weird singer?
That's an interesting question. It's not really natural to sing that high, but he has a way of stylizing it that is, it really connects with people. It's, he once told me that it's what you're saying when you're singing that more than what you're actually, the notes that you're hitting. So I feel that he's really a storyteller, and he really is like a Frank Sinatra in his own way, where he is like conveying something to the audience, to the listener, and his voice just is naturally. I mean, you can't help but enjoy it because he's naturally gifted. To be able to have that kind of 3-octave range is something that doesn't happen very often for a man.
Yeah.
So I think that for those reasons, it's not considered weird.
Trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby, now that I've found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you.
Back in Holland, when we talk about Vegas productions, we always talk about the absence of intermissions. Things can only last for 90 minutes because people who watch your show use your show as an intermission between gambling or drinking binges. Do you feel the same?
I don't. If the show is good, people aren't going to spend that kind of money to come to a show, sit down, watch half of it, and then walk out and not come back. And I think that that's very true with this show. This show is it's one of those shows that it blows people away, and people aren't, by the time they get to the end of the first act, I don't think people are walking out saying, I don't want to go see the second act. I think that's the last people. People can't wait to come back and see the rest of the show. So I think that's really, I don't believe that at all. I think that, people in Las Vegas are just, in that way, are just like everybody else who's seen this show. They see it, they don't go in expecting much, not knowing the show, and then as the show goes on, they say, "Wow, this is really unbelievable." And then as the 8-minute intermission pause happens, and they run to the bathroom, and they come back and sit in their seat, and they can't wait for the show to start again.
Without a goal, don't even stand a devil's chance to win my soul. Begging you, put your loving hand out, baby. Begging you, put your loving hand out, baby.
During Jersey Boys, I sometimes see the dancer in you. Especially during the beginning of Beggin', it seems like the dancer in you is bursting out of his shell. Does Jersey Boys offer enough of a challenge to you?
Not. I mean, for me, not really as a dancer. It's just, it's very. I mean, it is challenging to be singing, doing what we're doing, moving like we are, and singing at the same time. But I come from I come from a dance background, ballet, musical theater dance. So I'm a very, I've come from many years of dance training. So this is, that's like the last thing I have to worry about in the show. So I can concentrate on other things. I don't have to worry about the dance part so much.
Well, those few seconds are sensational.
Oh, thank you.
You're playing this role for 1.5 years now in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Aren't you begging for more?
Very good. Am I begging for more? Begging for more work?
For more challenging parts?
No, I think that this is, of course, every actor always wants a challenge. Every actor is always dying to try something new, and try and keep pushing themselves, because if you don't, you just get stale,
Mm-hmm.
But this is an exception for me because it's probably one of the greatest roles I'll ever do, if not the greatest role. And something like this doesn't come along very often, so I'm really enjoying it and cherishing it while it happens, because once it's gone, I don't think something like this is really going to come along again, because it's just one of those shows that's just and one of those parts that's just it's just amazing. You don't get that chance to sing and act like that at the same time. So, but I'm trying to make my own avenues for myself. So we'll see what happens.
Don't you feel detached from where it's all happening?
I do in a way, and I don't, because I feel that Las Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world. New York is also the entertainment capital of the world, but I think that Las Vegas has a lot going on, and you're able to really make your own way here, almost more than any other place in the world. Even more than L.A. and New York in some respects. I have a one-man show that I'm doing here now. I probably couldn't do that in New York, and I probably couldn't do it in L.A. I might be able to do it at a very small theater, But to get the attention of people like I've gotten here, and to get to do it in a place like I did, 400-seat showroom, and to sell the place out and have a 7-piece band, I don't really think that would be possible at very many other places. So I feel that while I am missing out on Broadway, I think that I'm creating my own opportunities here.
In that solo show, you pay tribute to your idols,
Yes.
like Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire. Why keep that alive?
I think it's very important. I think that we can't lose that. I think that they meant so much to not just me, who's a performer, but I think they meant so much to just regular people. It just puts a smile on someone's face when you see someone singing and dancing. There's nothing like it. And I know that that's what I try to do for people when they come see my show, is I like to make people laugh and smile and have a good time, and be reminiscent of the old days, and look at me and think that that I'm maybe doing justice to Gene Kelly and Sammy Davis Jr.
But what was wrong with Madonna or the Backstreet Boys?
Oh, they were fantastic, but just not my cup of tea.
No? Why not?
I don't know. I just think that there's more meaning for me to those performers of the old generation. I think for one, the songs that they sang and that they performed to were much more meaningful and had more of a human connection. Like Cole Porter, George Gershwin, Irving Berlin, Jimmy Van Heusen. I mean, the list is just goes on forever of those great songwriters and and lyricists who don't exist anymore. As like Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly don't exist anymore. It was a certain time and period in time that I wished that I would have lived in.
Oh, really? I heard recently that you're cutting an album.
Yes.
What for? Another personal challenge?
Yes. Well, I don't have an album. I've never recorded an album, and I think it's about time I do. I should have something like that, and I'm taking all the songs from my one-man show and I'm recording them. So I'm going to sell them hopefully upstairs here in the lobby and at my show, and and I'm going to try to sell them online.
Baby, you'll see who loves you, pretty baby. Who's gonna help you through the night? Who loves you, pretty mama? Who's always there to make it?
We hebben met Rick Faugno van Jersey Boys gesproken. And remember, only on musicalworld.tv. Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
Ah,